Well, as I told the Bible study last Wednesday, today we're going to get down to business. We're going to deal with something that needs to be dealt with in every church and throughout our society, for sure, throughout our world. There are a lot of pretenders out there. I don't see any in here. There aren't any, I'm sure. But outside these walls, there are a whole lot of pretenders. There are people who fake it. And I won't certainly never going to name a name, but I know one person who was a big-time faker. And proclaims Jesus, but enjoys hurting other people. He likes it. You know, Jesus, there's nothing new. And Jesus speaks clearly to those people. Today's message is about being real. It's about being authentic. There are a lot of social clubs that we can be a part of. There are a lot of different organizations that we can join to get community. There's nothing like the Church of Jesus Christ, the real church. The real church. Is there anybody in this room today who would not do almost anything to help somebody else in here, for those who can't be here, in our family, church family? Wouldn't you? Yeah, we would. That's what it's about. Actually, it's a lot deeper than that. It's about Jesus Christ. That's what it's all about. But listen to what Jesus says. Very important words for us. It comes from Matthew chapter 7, verses 21 to 29. Jesus says this. He says, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father who is in heaven will enter. Many will say to me on that day, 'Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name cast out demons, and in your name perform many miracles?' And then I will declare to them, 'I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness.' Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them may be compared to a wise man who built his house on a rock. And the rains fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and slammed against that house, and yet it did not fall, for it had been founded on the rock. Everyone who hears these words of mine and does not act on them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and slammed against that house, and it fell. And great was its fall." When Jesus had finished these words, the crowds were amazed at his teaching, for he was teaching them as one having authority and not as their scribes. This is the word of the Lord.